Hello, hello, and welcome to At Home with Lucas. So we're going to be talking about Bigelow. Bigelow makes tea. You've probably got some in your cupboard right now, and you might not even know about it. This company has been around forever. But in this video, we're going to be talking about their lemongrass with probiotics. That's right. In this time of insanity with this virus that's going on, I need all the health I can get, and I know you need all the health you can get. So let's go ahead and check it out.
Okay, let's take a look at this bad boy right quick. So this is lemon ginger tea with probiotics. It does say that underneath this sticker. Yeah, but in this time that we're living in right now, everything that has probiotics or has vitamin C or is quote unquote healthy, I am super interested in. There you go. Right there. You see that? Immune health. That's all I care about right now. I just want to stay healthy and survive this insane COVID-19 that we're dealing with. But anyways, these things are insanely cheap on Amazon. I just picked this up for like $1.10 or something. So if you jump onto Amazon, you may be able to find it. It's an 18 pack. Here's a little bit of a backstory on these guys. Look at those handsome fellas and lady. Take a look at the back. This will be my first tea review. I've never done a tea review before. Not much of a tea drinker, but I do respect it in the wintertime. And I just recently got into chai tea. I never knew what the heck that was. I like how they put the caffeine-o-meter right there. That's really funny. But yeah, I've been drinking these for, a year now, I think. And these things burn very clean. I really like this tea. It's not the best taste. You may have trouble. So I'm not going to say buy this because it tastes the best. But I'm going to say that like anything that is quote unquote healthy, at least for me, it's going to at first taste annoying, and then second go around, you're going to love it. That my body is weird. Like I'll literally eat something that's healthy and my body's like, this is gross. And then the next time I go to eat it, more times than not, my body's like, yeah, that was good. Okay, so let's go ahead and crack this bad boy open. I always try to open this so that you guys can see what's inside first. So I don't want my hands getting in the way. Let's see if we can do this right. Yeah, that didn't open right. Anyway. All right. Yeah, I remember years ago I got into probiotics. And I saw this on the shelf. I think it was in Walmart. Maybe it was just last year, actually. And I saw probiotics on it, and I was like, what? Probiotics are in tea? I know they're in fermented tea, kombucha, but I did not know you could get them in here. Now, this is actually new. That little stamp of approval right there is new. That was not on it the last one I bought. Steep in 4 minutes. This is something that me and my mom and me and my fiance have arguments about. I'll talk about that later. The time it takes to steep. So lemongrass is supposed to be the superfood. Cinnamon's really good to relieve gas. That's kind of gross, but I said it. And lemon is good to fight off scurvy. If you don't know what that is, Google it. Scurvy. All right, so we're gonna we're going to go ahead and put this to the steep test, see how it smells, and then we're going to give it the good old sip test and then see how I feel afterwards. Let's check it out. I almost forgot, this thing was tucked in the back. Let's go ahead and take a look at this real quick. This is the free bag that they're giving you. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Now this right here, this combo is excellent at relieving gas. So if you feel bloated or you feel like you're just completely backed up with gas, drink some of this. It'll definitely help. Although you do need to add some cinnamon to it. You want cinnamon. You really want cinnamon, chamomile, and lavender. Lavender not so much, but cinnamon and chamomile is what you want. So let's go ahead and, all right. 4 minutes deep time once again. Wild orange leaves, wow. That is interesting. We will not be putting this to the taste test. This is not going to be a part of this video, but I just want to show you that they give you this for free. So this company is, they're true to their word. They're not messing around. You want a free bag? They're giving it to you. Boom ski. All right, so let's get some water in this pour over kettle. A kettle is not named until you use it for something, so we're going to call this the tea kettle. If you're making coffee, it's going to be called the coffee kettle because a kettle is just a kettle. All right, a watch pot never boils, so we have to bounce out of here. Let's get our tea. Lemon ginger, love it, with the probiotics, of course. We got to fight off this virus the way we can, so let's go ahead and pull this bad boy out right here. And I'm going to get my trusty teacup. I don't have a specific teacup, but what I have is my Niagara Falls, New York teacup that I got last year. It's not really a teacup, it's more of a coffee cup, but it works for me. So let's go ahead and get this bad boy out of the bag any way we can. There we go. Nice. All right. So this is actually a tea I've been drinking for quite a while now. It's very, very cheap. I think it's like $1.10 for 16 or whatever, 20. I don't know how many come in there. All right, now we're going to be watching this pot boil. Danger afoot. But anyway, so on Amazon, they'll go down to like $1.10 for 16 or 20. It's an amazing deal. I believe in the probiotics. I think that you have to have some form of placebo effect with your everyday life just to survive sometimes. So I fully embrace the placebo effect for the probiotics in this tea. This tea tastes amazing with honey or sugar. I also sometimes will do a milk and honey. That is really, really good. If you've never had that, I definitely recommend it. Or you could go a little bit wild and throw in some kind of flavored coffee mate. That can also boost your tea. But yeah, I just tend to go with nothing because I do intermittent fasting, so I don't eat until 12:30 or 1:30, depending on when I stopped eating the night before. So I have to take in 0 calories in order to not turn my system on. If you know anything about intermittent fasting, the moment you take in calories is the moment that your fasting is ended. So at least that's what I've come to know. I could be wrong. Look at this thing. It's shaking. I don't know if you can tell, but this thing literally starts to shake. This is my very, very cheap pour over kettle I got years and years ago. Well, 2 years ago. And it has worked like a champion. It is dirty. It is grimy. It has hard water buildup inside, but I use it every single day and it just keeps performing. To get rid of that hard water, I just throw in some vinegar every once in a while, boil it out, and then it's like new again. But yeah, normally I do not have the lid off. This is only for you guys, so enjoy that. Sometimes this lid literally starts bouncing and popping off. Well, it's never popped off, but it bounces up and down. It's quite funny and slightly terrifying. So now we're going to go ahead and do the pour over. Whoa, this is not a coffee review. But we are going to be pouring it over the tea bag. I like to pour the boiling hot water directly onto the tea bag and just keep blasting it for the entire time that I pour it in. Some teas say bring your water to a boil, wait a second, and then pour it in. Some say bring it to a rolling boil and pour it in immediately. So I always read the box just to get the full understanding from the company of what they want you to do with their tea bag. Some people think that you can put warm water in tea and make tea. Not true. You cannot put non-boiling water into tea and make tea. It doesn't work. Like, you have to have the water at a certain temperature in order to break break down what's in the tea bag, which is just a bunch of stuff. And when you break it down, it releases the flavor into the water. So you can't put non-boiling water or warm water in. Okay, so this says steep for 4 minutes. So I'm going to go to my kitchen Alexa right here and fire this up. That way I know when this is ready to go. Otherwise, you may sit there for quite a while and think that it's been 4 minutes and it's really been 10 minutes or 2 minutes. So I love to set a timer. That gives me peace of mind. But yeah, also you get a decent amount of, I don't know what you call the stuff inside a tea bag. I feel very silly not knowing what you call the stuff in a tea bag. But you get a decent amount. It feels weighted. I like how the bag sits in the water vertical, basically. Some tea bags, no matter what you do, they float on the top. And I really don't like that because I feel like the flavor on the top is not getting hit as hard as the flavor at the bottom. So I like how this sits in there. I totally understand the idea of a stringless bag. Like, that's awesome. I love that it says manufactured in the US. That's very, very cool. Represent. I love the world, but I live in America. That's a good promise right there. And I really like how they show you the amount of caffeine. That is very cool. This company thinks of everything. I really like that. And a little bit more on their family. But yeah, so I totally understand the stringless and stapleless situation with the other bags. That's cool. I don't drink tea enough to really be that into it. Supports healthy digestion, I believe that's what it says. Yeah, that's cool. If you listen to my kombucha review, you know I'm not a big fan of ginger, but for this tea, it works. If you blend the flavoring right, I don't care about ginger. It's when the ginger is front and center that I really have a problem, and I'm like, ooh, this is not my favorite. So, yeah. All right, 4 minutes is up. We have fully steeped this tea. I think this is like a 16-ounce cup. I could be wrong. Some boxes say to pinch the bag and squeeze the last bit of flavor out. I always try to do that. Sometimes it's boiling hot. Let's take a little trip to my trash can. The trash can that the dogs and the toddler, well, a dog and the toddler try to get into. Two of the dogs are not a foot off the ground, so they can't get anywhere near it. All right, so look at this. Very nice, rich color. I'm really liking that. For the sip test, I'm doing it so quick, I'm going to throw an ice cube in. I don't normally throw ice cubes in, but because I'm doing this for you guys, I'm going to be drinking this pretty quickly. I want to make sure I don't burn my precious tongue. I've done that before. We've all done that. Who loves that? Nobody. Nobody. All right. And this is something interesting. I've never gotten this close. We're about to get really close to this ice cube. And I was hearing like hissing and popping sounds, and I've never gotten this close to an ice cube before. And you can see these little bubbles of oxygen popping out. Very, very cool. Maybe it's just me, but I was quite fascinated by this ice cube melting. I do apologize if you heard my my vent blowing. I think it sounds louder to me than it does to you guys, but I don't know. I don't know why I'm so fascinated with that. Okay, so here we go. We're coming up on the sip test. So you're going to be paying attention to my face. I'm going to try to paint a picture, tell a story of the flavor in here. So we're going to give it a little blow, take a sip. So the first hit is lemongrass with some ginger. It's a little watery, but nonetheless, the flavor is good. And it's you know, it's slightly full-bodied, but you don't get much of an aftertaste. So that can be good or bad. Some teas leave an aftertaste that's really sticky, if that makes sense, and it sticks in your mouth and you feel like it's coated your mouth, and the aftertaste is quite terrible. But this is very fresh. It's very light. And you're getting exactly what it says. You're getting lemongrass and ginger. You're not getting like bunch of fake other stuff. And if you know anything about lemongrass, it's very, very good for you. It's a very health benefit, you know, just all wide variety. But yeah, the flavor is definitely, I would give it probably like a solid B. I would say this is a solid B, 3.5, 4 stars. I'd say 4 stars. But I haven't really tested this against other lemongrass ginger teas. So that would be the big comparison, is if I had a higher quality, more expensive tea. But yeah, I don't drink tea often, but when I do, I try to get some tea that has, you know, some health benefits or has a kick to it. Usually when I buy anything, actually, I just search for the cheapest possible and then judge that by whether I actually want that flavor or not. But yeah, so we'll give this a solid B. This is a very, very good tea. The price is excellent. It brews up or steeps great, and it just tastes really, really good. So there we go. That's the sip test.
All right, that's the Bigelow tea. That was the review. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, definitely smash that like button. And if you want to see more videos like this in the future, hit that subscribe button. Give me that boost that I need so I can make better videos so that you guys can enjoy better content. Hopefully enjoy that trash machine that's out there. Yep, they're still running. But once again, I thank you so much for watching my videos, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.